So it's very interesting because this upends everything else that has been taught in the fitness industry
Yeah.
and e- even
The
physical
things that have been
therapy.
taught in the fitness industry are good for the trash, like just terrible advice,
Right.
stupidity, um, complete lack of understanding of even basic human physiology.
Right. And of course, you have bigger muscle, better muscle, your bone is going to be stronger. And in the long run, you need muscles. When you're getting older, you need bones, strong bones. You fall down, you don't, break a hip on your first fall. And
The two greatest drivers of long life are high levels of muscularity and low levels of body fat. Those are the two greatest drivers of long life. So it's like when I went to look at what nutrition should be paired with this, because I didn't even really know what the best nutrition path was. But once I realized that first bone density, there's a great meta-analysis. 20 out of 20 studies indicate that the more vegetables you eat, the lower your bone density gets. And that's, of course, because of oxalates. There's chronic inflammation with vegetable consumption. So you really want protein heavy nutrition, especially when you get older, just so the protein synthesis can happen within bone. You want to be building more bone structure. Uh, and you don't want to deny your number one, like if you have a plant-based diet, you're denying your body the building blocks it needs. And at the same time, you're poisoning the body with chronic inflammation so that even if you get some protein, the inflammation is going to stop that protein synthesis from happening. So, but just like I could answer the nutrition question by looking at sort of longevity research and really trying to understand what features of human life are associated with the longest.
so, can you talk to the viewers? Why is building good and quick muscle, well, not just quick muscle, but actually muscle for the long run is healthier for chronic disease prevention and actually management?
So every organ in your body has a symbiotic relationship with muscle. The reason the organs function is to supply musculature with what it needs. So if you lose muscle, if you're weak, your organs have a smaller reason to function properly. And when you look at some cancer patients, any muscle wasting, mostly chemotherapy and radiation, the biggest risk is not the cancer. The biggest risk is that they get so weak that organs start to fail. The organs don't have a reason to function; they stop functioning.
Muscle helps out in numerous ways. Not only does it give you a better appearance, and helps your joints stay stronger throughout your life,
Yep.
but as you get older, you need your muscles because you still need to be able to open doors. You still need to be able to twist around and make sure that you have the right
If
proprioception
you
and
trip
everything
and
else.
fall, you need to be able to protect yourself and not break.
Exactly.
If you trip and fall, how do you decelerate? How do you catch yourself and absorb that force with the musculature without creating a fracture?
Exactly. And when the elderly fall, and since I work in the hospital, we see people coming in all the time and having a joint break when you are older. That is one of the telltale signs that you have a very poor prognosis down the line and your joints
Right.
start to fail and your joints break. That's a problem. And not only that, before you go into, your 80 years old, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, all of these chronic diseases, the
Mhm.
diseases of the common era, right? It's
Yeah.
because of insulin sensitivity issues and insulin resistance. Now, when you have muscle on you, muscle acts as a sponge and it doesn't let your sugar levels drive higher and go up and
Right.
cause you all types of damage, including
Management of blood
stroke
sugar.
issues. Yeah.
People with metabolic syndrome need to realize that the glucose is used by muscle. It's used by the brain too, but like just for simplicity, argument's sake, like if you can be a better performing machine, if you can have more muscle and use it, you're going to be so much better off. You can be curative.
So we talked about variable resistance, and you have this program 3X that you have said that it improves your muscle building efficiency by three times, not percent, not 30%, three times, 300%.
Yeah.
And can you walk us through your program?
Yeah. There's pushing muscles one day, pulling muscles the next. So pushing chest press, tricep press, squat, And then the pulling days like deadlift, row, bicep curls, and a couple other movements. But both of them, you're training with one set per exercise, and you're trying to get the greatest amount of force created in every one of those workouts. And you do that, you basically grow every single time.
Is this the device? Is this the invention?
That's it. And that's Terrell Owens, NFL Hall of Famer, using it.
Right, excellent.
He's in his fifth. No, I think he's 49, and he just ran a 40 in 4.3 seconds.
All right. So we're seeing these exercises being performed here. I mean, this is of course
The bicep curl.
a still, yeah. And so basically, you use these bands as such.
Yeah,
And
very heavy bands. And they run through a ground plate, so they run under your feet, but they can move freely, so they don't twist your ankles. Here's a group of professional athletes. You roll over each picture, and you can see the name of the person. And these are all professional athletes who have given me a free endorsement. So I don't think it's worth anything if you pay for somebody to endorse you, because it doesn't mean your thing works. It means they got paid. So yeah, these guys are all at the top of their game. Most of them are NFL. I do a lot with the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat primarily uses X3, but I just don't have, it's a whole team that I work with. So I didn't want to put a whole bunch of pictures of like guys on all one team. All right. So you can see in this graphic right here where I'm pushing 550 pounds.
550 pounds? That's a lot. Huh.
It is a lot.
Is that possible with this? Okay, interesting. Wow, interesting. It's a pretty strong band. It's a pretty strong band.
It is a very strong band. Yeah, that's the elite band. That's not for beginners.
So for people who maybe, not as strong as you, I believe I saw your image earlier, but people who are not as strong as you, do you have options for them and not a 500-pound band?
Of course. Yeah, in fact, that band right there is an accessory. Like that doesn't even come with the regular unit.
Okay.
And just so people know, half the people in the NFL can't even use that band.
Right. I certainly can't. Okay, let me go back here. Let me just scroll through this. So you are showing a couple of, you are showing here, let me just bring this up. You are showing a couple of images and exercises that people can perform, right? So this is a deadlift. Yep. This is a front squat, right? Let me just go this way. Overhead press.
Yep.
Triceps press. Chest press that we just saw previously. Yep. And to go this way, so a couple of exercises we can do with this. Bent row, biceps curl, calf raises. Okay, interesting. So it comes, all right, there is a base. There's a base that you can
platform
use.
You stand on.
Platform.
Yeah, okay. It's important.
Split squats. Okay, excellent. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you as a valuable viewer. And if you liked this segment, you can watch all of the different individual segments or the whole podcast to have a broader understanding on this topic. Just check the links in the description or what you see on the screen right now. I'm Dr. Umer Khan. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.